Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about cleaning up your noisy audio. Now, if you're a podcaster or somebody that edits files after you've recorded them, you may want to have an option to clean up noisy audio. What I mean by noisy audio is things like reflections in a room where it hasn't been treated properly, noisy air conditioning units, extraneous noise that you may have no control over, but you do want to clean up that audio file to make it sound pristine. So I'm going to be testing 4 online systems that will help clean up your audio. I have no idea what they're going to sound like or whether they're going to work, but I've got 2 files that I've recorded on my iPhone. One of them is a echoey room, and it's just got lots of reflections. It's typical of an office environment where you don't really have a lot of sound deadening or dampening, so it does sound a little bit echoey and like you're in a bathroom, for example. And the other one is where I have an air purifier going on in the background, or an air conditioning unit that's quite noisy. I'm speaking over that, but you can clearly hear that noise in the background. So first off, let me share with you the 2 files, what they actually sound like, and then we'll go into the tools and see if they clean them up. So this would be another example of being in an office environment where you have reflections due to non-carpeted surfaces, or you don't have any soft furnishings. And you can tell right now that this is quite an echoey, reverberating room. So let's see how the audio plugins can cope with this. This is a quick test to clean up my audio. As you can hear, there's a lot of background noise. There's actually an air purifier in the background that is making a ton of noise. What will the audio processing do to this type of file? All right, so you've heard both of those files. You can tell that they do need some cleanup. So let's take a look at what tools I'm going to be playing with today. So the first one is Auphonic, and this is one that a lot of people in the industry use. There's lots of configuration that you can do with this, and you do get, I think, about 2 minutes free per month, something like that. Not a huge amount, but it's enough to play with right now. The next one is Zound, which is a newcomer to the mix. Let's see what that looks like. Everybody's favorite, the Adobe Podcast. A lot of people do use this one. And finally, Runway ML. Now, Runway ML is used for many other things, video enhancement, but today we're just going to be testing it for its audio capabilities. So let's try, first off, Auphonic. Let's go into productions, and we're just going to drop the first one in there, which is the Echo Room. And you do get a number of different choices. You get voice cleaner, keep music, remove music. I'm not got any music in there at all, so I'm just going to leave it as default, but I am going to upload and edit, which means I've got some additional parameters with the software to help me enhance the audio mix. So I'm going to leave all these as default, the adaptive limiter, the filtering, which is set to voice auto EQ, and then noise reduction. We've got some choices here, and this is what we're going to tweak. So let's do speech isolation, keep speech and remove everything else. There's no other music, there's nothing else in there. I just want to isolate the voice, make it as good as possible. And now you've got the reduction amount. Now, depending on what file that you're putting in there, you may need to tweak and change these. If you set this to auto, I have heard that it does get a little bit too aggressive and there may be some artifacting in there. So for this one, let's set it to 12 dB medium and start production. Click on it twice, let it chug away, and we'll come back when it's finished. So Auphonic has done its magic. Let's take a look at the results. So you get 2 files. You get the output, which has been processed at the top, and underneath you get the original. So let's just remind ourselves by clicking on input and playing the original. So this would be another example. You can hear it's quite echoey. Let's play the output now, the processed version, of being in an office environment where you have reflections due to non-carpeted surfaces, or you don't have any soft furnishings, and you can tell quite a good job actually between those that this is quite an echoey, reverberating room. So let's certainly passable for putting into a podcast and as part of the cleanup. So I think that's done a really good job of removing a lot of that distracting reflections and echo from the room. Let's go back to productions. And let's drag in the air conditioning one. This is the one with the air purifier at the onset. So we're going to do upload and edit. And similar to before, I'm going to keep all these settings, but unlike before, I'm going to still select the speech isolation, but I'm now going to leave it to auto. I'm going to try and get it to do as much aggressive processing on this file as possible, only because it is quite distracting and quite noisy, and the air conditioning, air purifying device that was in the background, and keep in mind these have been recorded on the phone, were quite sort of noisy and horrible. So if we set it to auto, it's going to do its best now to clean up everything and just leave the speech. Let's see what it does, and we'll come back when it's finished. So because these files are quite small, they don't really take too long to process. So let's remind ourselves of what the input original file sounded like. This is a quick test to clean up my audio, as you can hear. So it's quite noisy, and let's now switch to the output and see what it's done. Yeah, there's a lot of background noise. There's actually a air purifier in the background that is making a ton of noise. What will the audio processing do to this type of file? Well, it's done a great job, actually. Leaving it at auto has pretty much eliminated the distracting air conditioning, air purifier noise in the background. So I'm very impressed with Auphonic just by leaving most of the defaults to automatic. It's not really introduced, from what I can tell anyway, a ton of artifacting. The voice is still quite clear. It's quite natural sounding. So that's really useful to clean up that type of noisy audio file. So, all right, well done, Auphonic. Let's see what Zound makes of the same files. So next up is Zound. It's a pretty newcomer to the mix. So you do get some seconds free to play with, I think, on this. So let's have a look. Let's drag the echo room in here. So this would be another example of it plays it straight away. So you don't really get a lot of configuration parameters as you would do with Auphonic. You just get a slider, and it says basically how much of the strength do you want to apply to this file in order to remove the respective background noise. So let's keep it at 70% and hit process. You do get 10 seconds free just to play with. And so this would be another example of being in an office environment. So it's basically done some detection as well. It says here that 96% of this file is speech, 2% is silent, and 1% is narration monologue. I think it's just trying to understand what's going on. I don't think it's really done a fantastic job at cleaning up that file where you have reflections due to non-carpeted. It's not bad. Is it as good as Auphonic? I don't think so personally, but it's okay. If we play the carpeted surfaces original version, let's play that. So this would be another example of being in an office environment where you have reflections due to. It's okay, I think. I don't know whether you can play around with it after the fact. Let me just see. I think you've only got options to download there. The advanced features, loudness normalization, okay. So let's go back and play that. Whether that's so this would be another example of being in an office environment where to non-car. All right, I'm not 100% convinced. Let's go back to Zound. Can I go back to the file that I've already done? Okay, let's try the air conditioning one then. Not really that impressed with that one. Again, this is a quick test to clean up my audio. So let's make it 80% this time. And hit the process button. Not sure if this is going to make a big difference or not. This is a quick test to clean up my audio. As you can hear, there's a lot of background noise. There's actually a air purifier in the background that is making a ton. It's done a better job, I think, with the constant noise in the background where you get with an air conditioning unit than it did with the reflections or an echoey room. All right, next up is Adobe Podcast. Let's take a look at that. We'll drag in the echo room. Now, with Adobe Podcast, this is a paid subscription service, just like other Adobe products. I've already got Lightroom and I get this bundled with it, so that's why I'm able to play with it. But I think you do get some minutes free as a trial anyway. So we're going to drop both files in there. With Adobe, you can actually batch process files, which is great, and then Similar to zoned, I think you just have a single slider that allows you to tweak just the amount of processing that you add to the file. Let's come back in a few minutes once it's finished. All right, Adobe has worked its magic. Let's go and take a look at the files. So we've got both files here. As I mentioned, you just have this percentage strength of what you apply to the file. So how much attenuation, noise reduction it's going to process. It did leave, I think, both of them, at 90%. So let's just listen to the echo room one first. This is what it sounds like without the enhancement. So this would be another example of being in an office environment where you have reflections due to non-carpeted surface. It's all right. It's removed a lot of the reflections, but there is a little bit of artifacting I can hear in my voice. If I just whack this up to 100%, this is probably going to be terrible now. Surfaces, or you don't have any soft furnishings, and you can tell. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely artifacting, and it doesn't sound as natural as it being lower. I mean, if you reduce it even further, right now, this is quite an echoey, reverberating room. So let's see how I think around 60% is probably good before it starts to sound a little bit artificial. Let's go to the air conditioning. This is what it sounds like before. This is a quick test to clean up my audio. As you can hear, there's a lot of background noise. There's actually an air purifier in the background that is making a ton of noise. What will the audio processing do to this? I think the problem with the Adobe Podcast is that you have to really wind up the processing in order to get a good result. And in doing so, you are getting some, artifacting and things that don't sound as natural with my voice. That's just my opinion anyway. So for me, still, Auphonic is doing a better job than the other two in terms of cleaning up the audio. So last one, let's play around with Runway ML to see what that makes of these files. All right, last but no means least, we've got Runway ML, and Runway ML has a ton of processing, audio enhancements, video enhancements. I mean, it's just an all-encompassing AI tool. So I'm not sure where the audio one is. So let's do a search for it, audio. Let's clean audio. So let's select the clean audio. And let's do the echo room. Let it work its magic. And then I think it's finished already. So let's just play this and see what it sounds like. So this would be another example. So that's the original version. And now let's hit the clean audio button. And it's going to be working its AI magic. Now, I didn't see if you could tweak anything with this. Maybe you can after the fact, but let's find out once it's finished its processing. So Runway ML has finished. It took a little bit longer than the others. And as you can see, you don't really get a lot of choice in terms of enhancements or tweaking to the file. So old school WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get, or in this case, what you hear is what you get. So let's just toggle to the original. So this would be another example of and now let's toggle to the cleaned audio and see what it sounds like. So this would be another example of being in an office environment where you have reflections due to. It's okay, again, but it's not fantastic. And I don't think you get any options really to tweak this further. It says automatically remove unwanted background noise from the video, just audio or video in just one click. So you don't get any choices in terms of tweaking. So let's do another batch at this. Let's do audio, clean up again. This time let's run another file and let's do the air conditioning one to see if that does a better job. I think these AI tools do a better job when you're actually have some background noise, some constant noise that it can learn, because it's obviously learning what is speech and what is the background noise, and then applying some filtering to remove as much of that background noise as possible. So I'm thinking that these tools do a better job when there's a constant noise in the background, like an air conditioning unit or something like that. So let's toggle the original. This is a quick test. And then let's toggle the clean audio. This is a quick test to clean up my audio. As you can hear, there's a lot of background noise. There's actually a air purifier in the background that is making. So this is a quick test. Like before, as I mentioned, I think it does a better job when you do have some constant background noise going on, as opposed to having some reflections and echo. So, okay, Runway ML did a decent job, but with this particular software, you don't get any tweaking. You can't change, you can't make it more aggressive or less aggressive with regards to the cleanup. So that's interesting. So there you have it. It's not an exhaustive, comprehensive scientific test by any stretch, but it's just a couple of real-world examples where you may, in a pinch, need to clean up your audio and make a decent sounding file out of something that's pretty terrible. As you heard, both files did have their own difficulties, one with reflections in an echoey room and the other one with a noisy air conditioning unit going on in the background. So what do you think? I personally feel that Auphonic did a much better job at cleaning up both files to a point where they could be easily repurposed and without minimal artifacting. For me, they did sound more natural than the other three tools. I mean, all of these tools are trying to do their best at cleaning up audio, but for whatever reason, Auphonic seems to be the one that has either better algorithms, it knows more about what is speech versus what is noise. I haven't tried it with any background music and things like that, but just in this simple test, I feel that Auphonic did a much better job than the other three. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm also interested to know what you use as part of your workflow, but for me, I think I'll be looking at using Auphonic more if I do need to clean up my audio files and things like that. If you're interested in audio processing and stuff with live streaming and recording and video content, then check out some of these videos here, and hopefully some of this stuff will help you a bit more. See you in the next video. Take it easy and thanks for watching.